Hello everybody, Keith here again. Another repot, this time probably the biggest Phalaenopsis I've got at the moment, and this is pink Twilight. It hasn't been repotted in quite a while, and it's done pretty well, which is why I've not bothered disturbing it. But this spike is nothing like as good as the spikes it's put out before. We've got plenty of roots, but it's not looking wonderful down in the bottom here, so I think it's well past time that it was looked at, and I've got a feeling, looking at the roots poking through the bottom of there, that we're going to find it's going to be an interesting one. But we have got lots of roots that seem to work. We've probably got quite a lot that haven't, but well, all I can do is take it out of the pot. I don't like, as a rule, taking even Phal, which will, on the whole, will take being repotted when they're in flower, but I just don't like doing it as a matter of principle. But I think this one, I should have done it ages ago, and unfortunately I've just left all this lot too long, and to do too much damage to whatever roots are down in the bottom, but yeah, no great surprise, quite a lot of dead roots down in that lot, but we've also got quite a lot of good roots in there as well, so I think I'm going to get away with this without too much trouble. It'll want cleaning up and trimming, of course, stands to reason, but I'm pretty encouraged by what we're getting. But it's the usual story. I've left it too long. Some roots have failed, like that piece there. Quite a lot are okay, but it's going down the side. It doesn't like the middle. So yeah, that's really is something I need to get better on top of. So anyway, that's pretty much, I think, got rid of the bark, so now it's going to be a question of just trimming the roots up, and I don't think you need to worry about that, and then I'll give that a rinse. I'll put some more bark in. Looking at that, oh yeah, that's pretty full of stuff, so I'm pretty sure that will be Orchid Focus from a couple of years ago. So I'll put this down, probably just trim the roots, and come back in a bit. So I'll see you soon. Oh dear, I'm sorry if the background noise is getting a bit silly, but it's absolutely throwing it down with the rain outside. Anyway, I've trimmed up the Phal, and it didn't need an awful lot of trimming. We've got quite a lot of good roots. I've had it in soak, as you can see. All the roots are nice and green, or most of the roots are nice and green. The idea of that is to make them fairly flexible, so I can get as many of them as possible in the pot. As I said before, a lot of people say that you shouldn't put aerial roots into a pot. I've honestly never found that it's a great problem, but you know, your experience may differ, as the old saying has. So this is bark that I got through the East Midlands Orchid Society. They put a bulk order in, it should be fine for this. It's got a bit. It's just come as a big bag, so it's got all different sizes in. It's got, you know, right down to dust really, and some bits of wood that I've had to pinch out when I find them. But with this, that's not deep enough. That is not deep enough, so I want to take some more of these off so I can go down better. Don't have to. Some of these less than brilliant roots, I think, are going to have to use. It's really where it's branched before. Take a bit of that out again. Let's try it now. I want to try and get it down further than it was, but that did not want to go in. Okay, so have I got another pot that's a bit bigger without going up much too far? That's a question, isn't it? Not small, no good. Do I really want to go to something that size? That's a heck of a jump, that is. I don't know. But if I want to use this one, it's not an air cone pot, so I'm going to have to put a load of extra holes in that, because I know that these pots don't do the job. So yeah, it's going to have to go in. Although I trim the roots, this is going to have to go into a bigger pot. And I know that if you overpot Phals, even big vigorous Phals, you can get into all kinds of trouble if the stuff doesn't dry out fast enough. So yeah, this is going to have to be peppered with holes in the usual fashion so that it dries out all the way through, and then we'll have another go at potting it up. Well, I hope this is going to be enough. I mean, I've absolutely perforated this thing with holes. Why? I've got another one which is I bought as a no ID, and it's been identified since as probably Fuller's Golden Sunset Golden Sun, and that was a similar kind of plant to this one, and I potted it up and it went backwards like lightning, and I think that really was because it was just over potted. So rather than try and get what I will do is I'll put plenty of bark in the bottom to help it drain, but I'm not necessarily going to have the plant at the top of the pot. I don't think that's entirely necessary, especially with monopodial orchids where they're going to come upwards rather than out sideways like a sympodial orchid does. So I think with this, so long as I get it well down, we should be okay. So start off with a layer in the bottom. Let's see how we do with this one this time. It should be a lot easier. Yep, there we go. That's got all the roots down into the pot, what were aerial roots and what weren't, and this now should be the normal routine. And what's more bark in it, it's a much bigger pot. And volume goes up considerably more as you go up in size, of course. Keeping a close eye on this one as well, because it had an outbreak of mealies the other day, I noticed. Looks like I haven't got all of them, it's about due for another spray, so I'll give it another spray before it gets too near too many things. But they can do an awful lot of damage to a Phal if they get old. There's so many places. Look at that. Yeah, this thing's still got a nasty attack of mealy, so that's going to have to be dealt with too. I don't know whether you can see it on that leaf. There's several on there, so that's got to be looked at. So this is just going to be more of the same now, I think. Just waltzing more and more barking. I've run out of what I've prepared. I'll get some more, give it a spray, and I think you've pretty much seen everything. With this one, it should be fine. It's a nice, vigorous, healthy plant. I need a bit of orchid focus which I've got kicking about as well. But yeah, there's a bit of work still to do with this. But it's the basics. It's nothing anybody hasn't seen before with, and there's any number of videos on YouTube about repotting Phalaenopsis orchids. So I think I'll call this one quits. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.